Hi everyone and welcome to Murder UK with me, Vanessa. For today's video we're doing something a little bit different, so I am going to show you what's actually coming up on Friday, but for today I'm going to take you to a grave of my family member who was tragically murdered, and this is one of the reasons why I actually started the channel. This is the story of Vera Turner. Vera grew up in Stoke-on-Trent and was the youngest child of her 4 siblings. After leaving school, she started working, and it was there she met Stanley Turner, a local butcher who was 3 years her senior. As their relationship grew, they married and settled down in a modest 3-bedroom semi-detached house in Badley Green, Stoke-on-Trent. Soon after, Vera became pregnant with her first child, Paul, and then a few years later, her second child, Barry, was born. Everything was perfect, or so it seemed. Stanley Turner owned his own business as a butcher, and on the outside everything looked perfect. But Stanley was in fact in financial ruin and was on the verge of losing his business and his loving family home. On Tuesday the 23rd of April 1963, things took a turn for the worst. Stanley couldn't see a way out and probably did one of the worst things a husband or a father could ever do. As Vera lay sleeping, Stanley crept into the bedroom and began to strangle Vera until she took her last breath. Still in a daze, he then went into Paul and Barry's bedroom where he smothered them as they lay sleeping. Stanley then calmly walked down the stairs, put on his overcoat and left the house. As the days passed, nobody had seen or heard from the Turner family, which was out of character for them. Concerned family members went to Vera's home, and upon arrival they discovered the bodies of Vera and her little boys, Barry and Paul, but no trace of Stanley. Police were called, and it was soon realised that Stanley was the killer. A manhunt was launched to try and track Stanley down and bring him in for questioning. During this time, 63 miles away, Nottingham police received a phone call from a member of the public saying that there was a body of a man in the River Trent. As Nottingham police recovered the body from the water, there was a wallet inside the man's coat, and inside was the ID of a 36-year-old Mr. Stanley Turner of Badley Green, Stoke-on-Trent. According to Vera's older sister, Stanley couldn't bear to be without his family and made the decision to take their lives as well as his own. He planned everything, and before ending it all, Stanley had arranged for a wreath to be placed on top of the coffin. It was a bouquet of red roses, with a card attached bearing the words, "With deepest love and devotion to Vera, Paul and Barry, love from Stan." Because of this horrendous crime, it shook the local people of Stoke-on-Trent. Hundreds of people lined the streets to pay their final respects as the Turner family funeral cortege made their final journey to Bucknell Parish Church, where there were 200 mourners and a further 100 mourners for the interment into Hanley Cemetery. So that was the sad story of Vera Turner and her 2 little boys, Paul and Barry. And Vera Turner was actually my nan's little sister, so we'll take a look at the headstone. And it reads, "Treasured memories of Stanley and his dear wife Vera Turner, and of their children, Paul and Barry. Passed away April 1963, ever remembered by Dad, Mum and family, in heavenly love abiding, in God's beautiful garden, rest for the very best." God bless you, Vera. So now let's take a look what's coming up on Friday, and I'll see you then.